Right now at 6, windows shattered, homes mangled, and schools shuttered in the wake of an overnight tornado outbreak in South Florida.
It's the scariest thing I've ever had happen.
Tonight, stunning new images of the tornado's aftermath from inside Dwyer High School and high above a Palm Beach Gardens neighborhood that took a direct hit from the storm. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Felicia Rodriguez.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny. Northern Palm Beach County took the brunt of the storm with damaging winds whisking through a gated community and 2 high schools before taking aim at Juno Beach, where homes and even the Juno Beach Pier sustained significant tornado damage.
We have been with you on the air and online tracking this storm system since early yesterday afternoon, and our extensive live team coverage continues tonight. Let's begin with meteorologist Chris Martinez for a closer look at the path and the strength of the storm. Chris?
That's right, Felicia. Gave you about a 12-hour notice that we were going to see the severe weather event unfold. And I do want to take you minute by minute as we head through the overnight this morning to show you what unfolded and what we were tracking. The first initial tornado warning coming out just after 1:20 in the morning. That's this red shaded area, as the severe thunderstorm that could produce a tornado was sitting around Loxahatchee Groves in the acreage. So watch as we move through minute by minute. 1:45, we saw around 1:30, 1:45, an initial touchdown just towards the west of the turnpike. Then closer towards 1:45, 1:50, we saw that cross I-95 just towards the south of Avacoa. And look how quickly it moved offshore. By 1:53. It was gone. Sonica Donge continues our live team coverage as she talked with the National Weather Service that was out surveying this damage. Sonica, so again, it's rare to see tornadoes here in South Florida, but that's definitely what we saw here across the area.
And you know, Chris, when you're actually out here on the streets, especially here in the Mirabella community of Palm Beach Gardens, you can see the damage that very obviously screams tornado. Residents here said when they stepped outside this morning, they were incredibly surprised. Neighbors in this Palm Beach Gardens community spent Monday morning sifting through the debris left behind by Sunday's tornado, sweeping up shattered glass from the streets, collecting broken shingles off roofs, and sorting through patio furniture that had been thrown around by heavy winds.
This is ours. This is theirs.
Garage doors in the neighborhood bear signs of puncture wounds from stray debris. Many residents say the storm caught them by surprise.
I mean, I got an alert on my iPhone that there was a tornado warning, but we get those very often. It lasted less than a minute, but it was scary.
Were you expecting the damage to be this bad here?
No, we had no idea. We saw the game last night, and after that, put the kids in bed and we were sleeping. I mean, we were expecting a little wind, little rain, but nothing like this.
Jay Ahmed is one of many on Isle Verde Way, now forced to board up his windows after they shattered under the force of high winds. His car, one of nearly half a dozen with completely shattered out windscreens.
What a mess.
Restoration crews were already on scene just hours after the storm passed, but it's likely to be a long road ahead. And despite the damage here, the residents tell me that they're just thankful nobody was hurt. Reporting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Sonica Donge, WPBF 25 News.
Sonica, very true. The tornado's next target, 2 high schools in Palm Beach Gardens. The Benjamin School's upper campus was also closed today because of the storm damage and debris in the athletic fields and the parking lot. And right across the street, Dwyer High School was also closed. Angela Rozier joins us live. And Angela, the superintendent says damage could be upwards of $1 million.
That's correct, but the superintendent also tells me his biggest concern tonight is to make sure this campus is safe.
Get school open tomorrow.
But Palm Beach County School Superintendent Dr. Robert Avosa says this cracked glass in the atrium is his biggest concern.
I don't want to not have school because of 4 windows that are cracked, but I also can't risk the safety of the children or teachers.
It's located right in the heart of the campus.
This is the major stairwell going in and out with 2,200 kids. There is no other safe way to get kids up and down stairs, and so we're really worried about that.
Crews also found about a half a dozen classrooms filled with debris, 2 areas on the roof with serious damage, 20 blown out windows, and a mangled baseball field in the back of the campus, which really did a number on the school.
Blows across,
the top of the building, because you see there's no damage to the building. Flew over the building, landed on the building where you had the damage to the room, ricocheted off, and wound up against the wall on the third building over. And that's probably about 1,500 to 2,000 pounds worth of aluminum.
Yeah, very heavy damage here, heavy storm, heavy wind. We're still waiting to hear if school will be open tomorrow. We're told we should know by 8 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Angela Rozier, WPBF 25 News.
Angela, thank you. Our live team coverage continues now with our Terry Parker. And Terry, Juno Beach caught the tail end of that twister's path, but the storm still had plenty of strength to do a lot of damage in Juno.
Right. The people I talked to, Felicia, I don't think they thought it was the tail end. I think they thought their world was coming apart. That tore right through this neighborhood early this morning and tore the roof right off this mobile home. You can see the roofers now are just getting the tarp there to cover it up. The tornado came through overnight, and here is what people tell me happened. First, they say the power went out here around 1:30. We're just off US 1. Martha Stranix was asleep, and so was Jean and John McLeod. They were in their home when they heard a big noise. They had no idea what was going on, and then they just decided to lay in bed, hold hands, and pray.
Terrified when we heard the noise and the alerts, but we thought maybe we'd go to the bathtub and decided to just pray and hold hands, and zip, all of the neighbor's roof went off, and we heard such noise that it was deafening.
So they were lucky, though, that nothing was badly hurt there inside their home. They came out to see all the stuff around, like just pretzel pieces of metal on the ground. Lots of neighbors here also got damaged. And then when you look over at the Juno Beach Pier just a few miles away, it lost some planks. And then part of the lifeguard stand, the roof blew off and ended up in the sea grapes. And then they put a temporary roof on that lifeguard tower to make sure that it's protected. Back here now live, we can see that the roofers are still doing their damage protection, and luckily nobody here in this mobile home community was hurt, and everyone's thankful for that. And the Juno Beach Pier people just tweeted out that the pier will be open for business at 6 a.m. Live in Juno Beach, I'm Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.
Terry, thank you. And also open tomorrow, Dwyer High School. We are just getting word from the Palm Beach County School District that Dwyer High School will be open tomorrow. The strong winds from last night's storms knocked out power to more than 15,000 people. Crews worked through the day repairing downed power lines and clearing away debris. And tonight, power has been restored to all but a handful of homes. One Jupiter resident who lost power says she had no idea the storm would cause so much damage.
We hit the floor. We jumped out of bed and hit the floor, literally.
Is that your lock on the ground?
Yes, the gates were wide open.
The wind was that strong?
Yes.
Part of alternate A1A was closed for much of the morning as Florida Power and light crews lined the street, but tonight the road is back open to traffic.
The South Florida Fair did not sustain any serious damage during the storm, but 3 toll rides are closed tonight because of high winds. Last night, the fair shut down 5 toll rides as a precaution due to the strong winds. And Palm Beach County is not the only part of South Florida that was impacted by severe weather. An EF1 tornado struck northwest Miami-Dade County just before 4 this morning. This video from Miami Springs shows the damage left behind. Parts of roofs were ripped off homes. A boat was knocked over and loose debris was thrown all over the place.
And check out this video from Hialeah. Yes, that is a chair that got stuck into the front door of a home there. Another chair was launched into a fence. Officials say 5 buildings were damaged so badly they had to be condemned, displacing about a dozen families. The Red Cross is helping them find a place to stay. Our viewers did an incredible job sending us pictures and helping us cover this storm over the past 18 hours. Take a look at this uprooted tree. This was sent in by Jane Waldman. And Suzette sent us this picture of the damage on her back porch. You can see her patio table was shattered by those strong winds. If you do have photos or pictures, videos of the storm damage near you, we would love to see them. Just post them to the WPBF 25 News Facebook page or tweet them using the hashtag WPBF Storms.